Wagwan YouTube nation and me man, Mr. B. And boy, it was a favor like say, me would fear for go take back one of my talk the other day where me challenge a man where I raise the argument that bank fraud on the rise involving women in Jamaica on the rise. And, you know, the statistics really look like it want to support the thing, but we still not agree with it. The fact is that bank fraud in Jamaica is on the rise. There's no doubt about that. My opinion, though, is that the fact that we're seeing so many women involved is more an indication that the lion's share of bank employees in Jamaica today is in the female population. And it's obvious. I mean, even before I left Jamaica in the late 2007, 2008, the University of the West Indies and other tertiary institutions had indicated that more than 70% of their campus cohorts were females. Women are far better qualified, you know, and for more reasons than one, would become represent the lion's share of employees in the financial institutions. To a large extent, women are nicer to look at, more attractive, etc., etc. And the fact is that they're just more qualified than the men folk. The other argument, though, revolve around some other factors, and maybe that is what we're not paying attention to. Now, without a doubt, in the last year or so, we have seen an increasing number of women being dragged before the courts, arrested by the police for defrauding financial institutions. And, just only in the last, 6 weeks, we have seen between the SSL big fraud where it is apparent that they want to say is one woman responsible for the departure, if you will, for want of a better word, of more than $3 billion of funds from that. We see the Sagicor Bank with 3 of its employees now before the courts on charges of fraud involving more than 60 million Jamaican dollars. National Commercial Bank is bringing in the rear. Well, in fact, late last year, they arrested, charged, and it's sent to prison this 52-year-old bank manager on charges of again stealing over $30 million from the bank. Ironically, the woman almost, if I remember correctly, admitted that more than that she thief, and that she she says she's sorry, whatever. But the fact is, it does, raise some questions. What is happening? My sense is that, well, first of all, the woman them brighter than the man them still. But more importantly, it suggests that within the banking system, the bank seems to be better able to prevent people from becoming customers of the bank, especially ordinary Jamaicans who want to open a bank account. It's easy, them put obstacles in there for you take away your money. But them can prevent the money from being stolen within the bank. So it does indicate to me that there is some laxity within the structure and the systems that the banks use to take care of their internal security affairs. Maybe it certainly is suggesting that there's a need for some greater internal security protocols, because when a banker or a bank employee, man, woman, or whatever, can walk into the vault, as is being reported of the most recent cases, which broke just about a day or two ago, where this woman reportedly went into the vault, loads up her a bag receptacle with some 35 million Jamaican dollars, tell her supervisor that she's going for lunch, and from all indications, look like she went for lunch in North America, Canada to be exact, because according to reports, Dog newspaper have it that she boarded a flight and headed for Canada. Whether she carried the money with her, yeah or nay, is a different argument. I mean, clearly she can make arrangements to get that converted. At Jamaica, you know, so anything can go on, right? But, you know, it does suggest that we have a problem. The other side of it, too, is that is a more graphic illustration of the fact that times hard down a yard. You know, a lot of these bank employees, them dress up nice. One girl did tell me, you know, our hairstyle and our outfit for go to work around are easy 30 grand. You know, 30 grand. You know, our clothes and shoes at daytime I look like a good $15,000 to $20,000 for outfit or for go to work at daytime. And then you talk about the hand shell and the foot shell and the face shell and the ear shell. And by the time you look on that, it'll cost them a pretty $60,000 to $70,000 a week just for present themselves for them office. And them now make no money because very few of them little clerk there at the bank I make more than a little $100,000 a month. And if you spend so much kind of money for dress up, you know, and pay taxi fare or whatever, and them like nice things like everybody else. But clearly it is an indication that, you know, time hard, people are under stress, money tight. And, you know, if money tight for them in terms of them own ability to generate that true earnings, and the money lie down careless in a bank there, them kind of way there, with lax security, them are going to thief it. Remember, crime at this level, them kind of white collar crime are what we call crimes of opportunities. And if the systems within the institutions are lax, this is what is going to happen. The SSL case is certainly a significant indicator, although I don't believe that one person can thief $3 billion. I believe that this a woman take a little fall down for somebody or somebodies. But, you know, tell me one thing. Is it that on a figure that the woman them just thief, or is it a case where, you know, as me feel, most of the staff in a bank them now are woman. So it follow that if thief in a go on, woman are go figure highly in the number, it don't necessarily mean that woman thief for that man. You know, it just an exposure of the fact that things tight. People don't hard with thief if you lie down careless. And certainly if women are the majority of your employees and you have lax security and thief in a go on, them are going to feature heavily in it. Let me hear what you think. You know, if you like the video, I'm going to ask you know, subscribe to the channel, make we carry the conversation and share the video. You know, again, if you like the video, just hit the like button. And of course, certainly, would I like to share and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. All right? Yeah, man. But let me get on a feedback in the comment section on the video. Should make rather a nice little discussion. Let me hear what you think.